Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's John and Jenna from Flippin' Ain't Easy. Still dealing with the voice issue. Jenna hasn't lost hers yet, so we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully that doesn't.
I will.
But yeah, looking forward to this particular live stream. Pretty excited about it. As mentioned, we're going to be giving away 2 of these scales, brand new sealed, and kind of figured out how I'm going to do it. It's been kind of one of those days where, of course, you guys know, it seems like Mondays and Fridays, I'm always scrambling before the show. So went and picked up a bunch of liquidation like I normally do. And that was fun. And we had, as far as sales are concerned, we had a pretty good day. We're actually having a really good week, but we cracked the $1,000 barrier yesterday, and it was quite amazing. So, here's the thing. Like you, I'm watching other channels and stuff, and just seeing trying to get a pulse of as to what people are dealing with, and what things, are sales slow for people, or their sales really good. A couple channels I saw, sales were really good for them as well, and I keep hearing that there's slow sales, and then you keep hearing that eBay's having issues with search, and we're having issues here, and all this stuff. And there's some truth to that. I mean, some of these videos were showing actual examples of where there was an actual, issue with the search, we're returning different search results and things like that. That's a problem. And when your buyers encounter that, they may just get frustrated and say, you know what, I'll deal with it later, or I'll go to Amazon, or I'll go try to Mercari, or I'll try somewhere else because this isn't working. So that's frustrating, right? But at the end of the day, look, we're going to have obstacles in our way, no matter what we're doing in life. And at the end of the day, it's about you taking control of your situation and doing something about it. Okay. Don't let things happening with eBay, don't let things, happening on this channel or that channel, demotivate you from doing what you need to do. And that is, look, all I'm doing is the things that I told you I was doing, differently. I'm still not comfortable. Jen is not comfortable at all. These large things that we're selling, larger things, it's causing a lot more work on the shipping side. Thankfully, Jenna, she's there to do the shipping. It's allowing me to be freed up to get the things listed that I need to get listed. But at the end of the day, it's what's making us the money. And that's what you got to find. It doesn't matter what your strategy is. If you have 50,000 items in your store or 200, it's about what can you do to, at the end of the day, win the game of eBay. And the way you win at eBay is not in how many listings you put up, but how much money you make that day. That's the game. Okay. It's like when you play Monopoly, it's not how many properties you get, it's how much money you get at the end of the game and bankrupt everyone else. And of course, we're not really in competition with each other. There's so many sellers out there, which is why we can come together as a community and try to learn from each other. But, I'm fired up. It's a day like yesterday where I got good sales, and it's like, it just reinforces what I've been thinking and what I've been saying, guys. Sourcing is the way. I mean, everything else is secondary. If you get good stuff to sell, it's so much easier to maintain 900 item store than it is to maintain a 4,000 or 5,000 item store. Even with all the extra larger shipping items that we have to deal with, that's the path we choose. The path you choose, I mean, it's going to be whatever works for you, as long as at the end of the day, you're hitting your financial goals, because that's why we do this. I don't know anyone who does eBay for fun, because it's like, wow, I could be playing video games or I could be playing eBay. Let's go play eBay, everyone. No one does that. No one wakes up and says, you know what? All these great things I found at the yard sale, I think I'm just going to list all day long, and who cares what I make, because it's so fun. Nobody talks like that, right? So I'm fired up today. I'm in a positive mood, because I know that each of you have the ability, even if your circumstances are different. All of our circumstances are different, but that doesn't mean that you can change where you're at, getting out of your comfort zone and maybe doing something that you really didn't want to do, but it's going to work. And that's kind of why we get together and bounce ideas off of each other. So fired up for all that. Like I said, we're giving away 2 scales today, and was thinking, trying to be creative. How can we give these scales away? And so I've kind of figured a couple things out. We're gonna give the scales away later in the program, and I'll tell you exactly what we're going to do at that time. It does require you to be subscribed. So, of course, subscribe to the channel. Of course, hit the like button. That's appreciated as well. But yeah, you need to be subscribed to the channel to win. And we're gonna basically announce one winner based on some questions we ask, and allow you to participate that way. And then we're going to do a drawing based on something. We're going to have you put a certain value in the chat if you want to be included. So you know what, who knows, we're going to have some hiccups along the way, but let's have fun with it. If you're with us today in the chat, of course, hit that like button. We certainly appreciate that, but put your comments and questions in the chat. It's what helps drive this program. And of course, if you're not able to make it, not able to make the drawing, of course, it's not a big deal. Just comment down below.
There'll be more in the future. It's just, so, hey, it's happy St. Patrick's Day, guys.
Yeah.
Who's Irish in the house? We are.
I found out
he only has a smidge. Yeah. I have a very large percentage of Irish. I am very, very, very Irish, and very Russian and German.
Well, 23andMe kind of screwed up my thoughts. I thought I was, quarter Cherokee Indian, and I don't have any. So it's like, okay, it is what it is. But yeah, happy St. Patrick's. I wore the best green I could find, and then we have the green lighting in the background. It doesn't really look
like we have green on, and my stones aren't really looking green on camera, but
they're more yellow. But
yeah, but oh well.
It is what it is. I'll pinch you later.
And I like it.
Oh. Well, anyway, so looking forward to that. And we had some videos that we did this week, and it was around the liquidation. And I was hoping to kind of have a little bit better result in that unboxing. As far as the return in the actual pallet, to say to you, hey, this is the way you want to start sourcing. And I'm a big advocate of liquidation, but that pallet just spoke volumes to me about the industry, what I kind of already knew. And I talked about that in my follow-up video that I put out yesterday. But I just really want to thank a lot of the positive comments you guys have put out, and the emails you've sent and stuff. It really means a lot, because to me, with this channel, it's about, look, I don't want to fake anything here. I don't want to give you bad information. I just want to be able to help somebody out. If that's just one person out there that the light bulb turns on as a result of you watching these videos, then that's really all that matters to me. It's not about a money grab. It's never been about that. That's why we really didn't make it a point to say, okay, via trading, give us a upfront money, because it's not about that. I mean, that's not to say that won't ever happen in the future, but that's not our priority. Our priority is to make sure that if we are going to do something and advertise something, that it's going to give you guys ideas, and maybe a way to maybe do something different or help your business in some way. Like the whole Prime Lister thing. We use it. We don't use it. We wouldn't even talk about it. So, and one last thing, I'll get off my soapbox, and that is, I really enjoy the time and the community that we have here. It's fun. We look forward to it Mondays and Fridays, but I'm going to stop talking about specific channels. Okay. So, if you like to refine daily, then hey, great for you. There's all kinds of channels out there. Okay. If you like the flipper of the rock, more power to you. Keep watching his videos, because each channel does provide some nugget of information. And if you're looking for nuggets of information, then hey, that's probably how you found this channel. So don't want to disparage anyone's channel. You know, and everyone has different business models and things like that. And it is what it is. So let's just try to focus on our business. And you got something that you want to say about this channel, I definitely want your criticism. But yeah, I myself am not going to be really going there anymore, because it's just not a good look for me. It doesn't make me look good, because I ain't perfect by any way stretch of the imagination. I got a lot to work on when it comes to this channel and even my own eBay business. So we'll put it out there like that. So now that we put that out of the way, let's see who we have here today. We have Mark Sudick in the house. Says, hi, John and Jenna, unboxing the pallet. Looked like you got a great deal. Too bad after you had a closer look, it turned not to be so great after all. Hope you have better luck next time. And that's the name of the game, right? You're not always going to hit the jackpot. And, you know, you just got to move on, learn from it, and, you know, just try to avoid making that same error again. And now I can't really count this as an error. I mean, I had nothing but respect for the folks at Via Trading. You know, all's good. They treated me good. They even followed up with a message today telling me, hey, saw your follow-up video, you know, we still want to collaborate and that kind of thing. And look, they're upfront people. They're trying to make money too. They're in the business of trying to maximize the money they get for these loads. I get it, but you know, hopefully it's a learning experience from them. You know, maybe it allows them to maybe look at their business model and say, maybe we're not delivering as much value in these pallets that maybe we should. And if our business model allows us to do that, maybe we'll sell more pallets in the future if we do. I don't know, but you know, hopefully they can take away something from it, just like you and I did. Victor's in the house. Hope you guys are feeling better. Thank you, Victor. PTS Treasures in the house. Sandra's in the house. Hello all. Hope life is treating you better. Also, I have a scale. Good. And you know, here's the thing with the scale giveaway. I would appreciate, look, I want someone to win. They're going to have two winners no matter what, but I would really feel good if the scales went to someone who really could use it. If you're like me, I've got a scale, and these scales have, these are the scales that I use. Actually, they have the digital display. So they have like a little cabling. I don't know if you can see that right here, that allows you to have the scale here and then maybe the display up on the wall or another place, so that you can actually see the measurements of
they work really, really nice. We have that same one right here behind us. Oh, wait, is that the one?
Different brand, but it does the same thing.
And then we have another one in the garage where I do the shipping, and we also have one on my desk. So they come in handy. It's nice to be able to not have to use your home scale, you know, the one that you're supposed to use to weigh yourself.
Well, you know, there's all kinds of creative things. I know that there's people that actually, because they don't have a scale, they just take their stuff to the post office and they end up paying more for the retail rates at the post office. And you know what? You got to invest in your business. So hopefully this helps a couple people out there, and we're glad to do it. So, like I said, we're going to do that here. I would say probably in the next 30, 45 minutes, but of course, you're going to need to stick with us, stay with us, and we'll kind of explain as we get down that path. We got Leonard in the house. How you doing, Leonard? Leonard was nice enough to reach out to me by email, so I thank you for that. Biscuit Bud Archie's in the house, and we got Mark Sudick. Hi, John and Jenna, unboxing the pallet. Oh, it's the same. He put it again.
He put it twice.
He actually logged in differently.
One you got a blue bubble and a red bubble.
Okay, now here's the deal, guys. You can only be one person in this drawing. You cannot enter twice.
Did it on purpose. He was up there at the very beginning.
Okay.
So maybe he...
Sandra says the pallet did look great at first. Too bad it had some issues. Great educational info for us. Yeah, I mean,
it's real. It's the real life drama of liquidation pallets, to be honest.
Brian Leda says, hey guys, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How you doing, Brian? And Kevin is in Lakeland, Florida. Thanks, Kevin, for being here. Maya Koyama says hello. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Jovial Juggler says happy St. Patrick's Day. Actually, we do have the right day today. I'm sure you're right usually, but I can confirm it's St. Patrick's Day.
You know what's funny is my computer's been telling me what kind of days it is, and I think yesterday was Cookie Day, National Cookie Day.
Oh, we had cookies. We've had cookies.
Oh,
we've had
cookies.
We have a place that opened up not far from our house. It's a donut shop called Pink Box, and it's insane. These donuts are just sick.
So good.
So sick.
They're just so good, and but they're rich. Yeah, so you can, you have a couple of bites and you're like, okay, I'm good.
We got Fisher Flips in the house, finally catching a live show. Thanks for being here, Rob Dvorak. I'll go back. I've found a use for Bonanza, a backup of items on eBay, very limited sales. Oh, wow. Have we looked at Bonanza?
I think it's probably been about 4 or 5 days since I looked.
Oh, no. Well, I even had to shut down my computer. My monitor's been giving me problems. So
yeah, so if we go dark, hang with us. It'll pop back up.
Yeah.
We hope.
I have another adapter coming here, and it's going to correct the problem, but I'm not getting it until like next week. Okay, good. No sales on Bonanza.
Okay,
I wasn't.
Just real quick, Mark said he's logged in twice because he logged in on his phone and then on his PC.
Okay. Kina says, hey, how you doing, Kina? Thanks for being here. No One Designs, is it me, or does 2023 seem to be a bit weirder than 2022 or 2022? Well, we haven't been there yet. I'm not going to make it to 2222. Oh, okay, you have a correction there.
Yeah.
But it just seems like it's going by faster to me. I don't know what it is. It's like already middle of March. Like, oh no. And March for me is March Madness because usually it's this time of year. I think tomorrow I'm going to start my tax process. So I'm going to get into the mode of that. Yeah. And that's always fun. So let's see. Truman Lost in Time Picker says, hello. I hit the like. Yes, hit that like. We do have a special going on right now. If you hit the like button in the next 24 hours, you are going to get a sale. Otherwise, you're going to.
And it works.
Right. Or I'll give you all the money you spent. Give you all the money you spent on hitting that like button back if it doesn't work. So you can't lose, guys. No One Designs says, it seems the concept of value seem to be thrown out the window these days. Just found out there is a movie called Cocaine Bear. I want to see that movie, by the way. And a TV show called Secret Agent Elvis Presley, another FAK. Mm-hmm. Here's a thing.
I'm not interested. He keeps talking about this bear cocaine.
Oh, it looks funny.
We probably shouldn't say that.
No, but it's a movie. It's a real thing. And it's a real story. It's a real life story. Now, I am one thing that you probably don't know about me, and just hidden information, useless information, is that I love just stupid comedies. And when I'm really in the mood, I just want to watch a stupid comedy and just laugh at nothing. Takes me away from things, and I love it. And that's just how I roll. I haven't watched one in a while, but I don't know if that would really qualify because it doesn't look that funny, but it's still something I would maybe
He'd probably get a kick out of it just because it's weird.
Callie Deb says, happy St. Patrick's Day. Thanks for being here with us. Let's see.
Rolling Stone, Jenna.
Yeah, because of the shirt. BXX32 says, eBay sales have been absolutely horrible lately. Abysmal. Ended my listings. Used sell similar, and now it's been even slower. Only place I'm selling anything is Marketplace. Very unhappy. So our secondary account, we sold one item yesterday. And sort of the strategy that I have is two. Well, okay. So, but at the time I was doing this, we had sold only one. And I'm like, okay, we're killing it on the other account. But what's going on here? Now, I kind of know the answer to the question before I even go there. We have good stuff in account A, really good stuff. And I say really good stuff. I just say good stuff because I don't even have anywhere close to the really good stuff.
Say really good.
But a lot better stuff.
It's a lot better.
In the other account, we have more items. We have I think we have 600 items in that account. And we're selling anywhere between 2 and 5 a day. And it's maybe $100 is a good day in sales, right? So that tells me the difference. If I would just have stuck with the same thing that I was selling back in January and December, I would be selling about $100 to $150 a day.
We would be selling eBay items out of a box.
No, we'd be selling flowers on the side of the freeway. Okay. It's because I said, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to get off of my hard-headedness and just try something different. And so this other account, we have 309 items. And I think over the last 90 days, we've sold 400 and something. And that's a good ratio. But we're talking the last 90 days. That's like going into like December when we were still struggling. So we're really doing well on that account with the limited number of items we have. And of course, as you scale that with the same kind of items, don't cheat, then in theory, it's going to be even better. We had a great day yesterday. I think we're at like $2,800 for the week, last 7 days. And hey, I'm happy when it comes to that. So I don't know, BXX, what's going on. Love to know what you're selling, because I think that's kind of a starting point. What are you selling? Is it uncomfortable for you, the thought of maybe saying, you know what, maybe I'll keep this account open. Maybe I'll create a second store and find something new that I'm not comfortable with, that I know can sell based on the comps, that maybe after really looking around and doing your homework, maybe check out liquidationmap.com or something like that. Get some ideas on where you can go to find items to sell, maybe things you've seen at a yard sale that you've passed up, and just see if that helps, changing the type of item you're selling. Because at this point, I guess you could wait it out, right? But if you really rely on this money, how long are you going to be able to wait it out? You know, and it's, why be unhappy? To me, I was so excited. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, in the title of the video, I guess the live stream, I found Bigfoot, eBay Bigfoot, guys. And well, I remember this. So what's eBay Bigfoot? Well, in my mind, it's the same thing as the Loch Ness Monster, Chupacabra. What else doesn't exist that we think maybe exists? But this, guys, how about this? How about, I'll block my address. How about a claim settlement check from UPS for $139.99? I don't know if you can see that there at the top. $139.99. This thing autofocuses. Yeah, well, whatever. $139.99. Now, what is this from? This is from, remember that receiver, that CD changer, that big behemoth 100 CD changer that I shipped out to some guy on the East Coast. And he even like took it apart, gave me a video, said, hey, this thing looks damaged, and then showed me the box. It looked like it got crushed on the side. So basically I said, okay, take photos. I opened a claim with UPS. I got someone on the phone, and they said, you know, back and forth. Yeah, you're probably going to have to deal. Can you go check that? It's probably the same guy who came Monday and doesn't realize that. Well, I didn't put the packages out. That's on me. So nonetheless, at least they came. I don't have to make a run to the post office. But okay, so here's the thing. So we filed a claim through UPS. Now I'm like, okay, this is UPS's account number. So UPS is going to get the money. And I talked to somebody at eBay, and they said, yeah, eventually it'll get to us and we'll disseminate the money to your account. And that's kind of what I thought. And then the rep says, you know what? This is kind of a pain. I give you a $40 coupon. And I'm like, cool, thank you. All right. So I got a phone call a couple days later. I was at the store, but it said eBay on my phone. So I answered it. It was a supervisor who said, you know, I listened to all the phone calls, and, you know, I saw all the runaround that you had to go through to file this claim. Just want to give you the difference as a credit back to your account, $100. So look, I'm good. I'm made whole. I'm happy. So how did I get this? How did I get this in the mail yesterday for 100? Oh, geez, come on.
You have to stop moving. There you go.
130.99. Oh, no, it's just 130.99. Nonetheless, I'm happy with that, guys. Now, I guess I'm made more than whole. I mean, I guess I'm certainly not going to call eBay and say, take $140 from me. You know, I complain a lot about eBay, you know, and you got to give credit where credit's due. When representatives, and in this case, a supervisor, get involved, some of them can actually do good stuff for you. It just depends on who's listening and dealing with you, unfortunately. But yeah, now here's the thing. It's official that if you file a claim, this is UPS. If you file a claim with UPS, and they approve the claim, because that's what happened a couple days later. They approved the claim. They do say that they will go to your buyer's house and inspect the package. This buyer was willing to do that, but after the claim was made, they approved it as if they did go to their house, even though no one did. And it may take a couple months, but once it's approved, you're going to get a check from UPS. It's not going to go into your account. So just know that. And eBay, their own shipping department, doesn't know that. They think that we're going to get the money and we're going to give it to your account. And I'd stopped looking after the supervisor gave me the $100 because I was good. I'm like, okay, I don't need to worry about it anymore. But here we are. So Bigfoot has been seen, and I thought I'd at least show it to you because I was wrong. I thought eBay was going to get the money. So all that from your comment there.
But did it come from eBay, or
this
did
one
it
came
come from
UPS? Directly from UPS.
Okay, so then we can still, have our eBay thoughts, I guess.
Oh, I mean, eBay made me whole, but what I'm saying is eBay, I'm still going to have my eBay thoughts as far as, making promises that they don't deliver on. That's not down to the personnel level. If a good employee at eBay follows through and does what they say, or even go above and beyond to call you back and to make up for whatever problems you went through, that's good. That makes eBay look good. Good on them. But if it wasn't for these folks that, reached out and did these good things, I mean, that would really be bad for eBay. So again, good on eBay. We're still going to have problems, eBay, because you're not yet delivering on what we need you to deliver on. But in this case, it worked out. So I want to know what you guys think about that. Maya Koyama says, I've been going well on Poshmark, but my eBay sales aren't. I think it's the search. It could be the search, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, I'm just using myself as an example. On the good stuff that I'm selling, the sales are really good. What the heck? I've got to try to get to my account here. On the good stuff I'm selling, the sales are really good. On the, the Jim Neighbors LP from 1965 isn't quite the hot item, and I'm not making the kind of sales that I'm making on my other account. And I'm doing the same things like what I did yesterday. I don't even know if I finished telling you this, but what I did yesterday was I went in and I did a end item for everything in that account. almost 600 items. And I then relisted everything, and I did a 5% reduction in the buy it now price when I say relist, sell similar with a 5%. And I did that in bulk.
We had 6 sales yesterday.
We had 6 sales after I did that and into the late night into this morning. So there's just something to be said about playing eBay's game. Yes, there's a problem with search. There's a problem with servers. There's a problem with this and that. But I mean, I'm living proof that sales are still being made. I mean, over $1,000 in this store, probably $100 on the other store. Today, about, and this is the thing I was really see the $1,000 that I made yesterday. And the immediate thing I think of is just, it scares me because I know it's coming next. The roller coaster drop down to whatever, I get today. We're at $136 today. A lot of that is there's a lot of stuff that I got to get listed, and I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So that's the thing we do after this live stream. Sure, I'm going to get some more sales, and I very well may just go in and do a sell similar on a lot of items I have. I've got 10,000 items to work with on this store with only 300 items. So it's not a big deal. But it allows me to use and play that game. And, slow sales. Again, little notes to myself, not all eBay's fault, right? it's definitely, you got to put it on your shoulders, because here's the thing. Even though there may be slow sales, there might be economic problems. People right now are getting their tax returns, guys, and they have money. Some people have money to spend, and there's no reason why right now you're not making sales. If we were having this conversation in the summer, then maybe I would be concerned, because, people aren't getting tax returns in. So that's why I said last time, get your stuff up, get your stuff listed, because you will certainly be able to take advantage of this. Watch another channel, a larger channel. They had like 1,500 in sales the last couple of days. They say it's been pretty good for them. And look at the kind of stuff they're selling. A lot of toys and, video games, collectibles, things like that. So a lot of it is just what you're selling. Biff says, sales are just fine for me, up 50% over last year in March. 2023 has a chance to double March 2022. And I think, Biff, I'm up right there with you. I didn't look and see what March 2022 looked like, but I don't remember getting excited about March last year like I am this year. Maya says, I sell clothes, trying to list and search was broken, not allowing me to find comps. Try the way you arrange your words. I think sometimes that can change the
but
results as well.
There was a problem with.
Oh yeah, there is. There's a problem. Yeah. You just got to kind of work with it a little bit. Yeah. Art's in the house. Thanks for being here. That stranger says, hello. Hope you're starting to feel better, Jenna. Love the stone shirt.
Thank you.
Never mind me. I mean, forget how I feel, right?
No, I'm starting. I think I'm on the road to recovery now. Today, I woke up feeling like crud. However, I didn't get as worn out and tired doing the shipping this morning as I did yesterday. Yesterday, I wanted to wring his neck, and today was a little bit easier. So we're on the uphill of this.
So Victor says, has anyone found a reasonable accounting app to replace GoDaddy? I saw something the other day, and of course I had to shut down my computer. I had an open tab, and of course I don't see that now. But there's something that's coming out. If anyone may have seen it, but it said they claim to be like what GoDaddy was. And again, if you happen to have the information, but maybe do a Google search with GoDaddy bookkeeping to see if that site comes up. But for me, I'm kind of happy in that I've created a file, and it shows me like the bar graphs and everything, shows me my with both accounts, shows me my profit and loss statements and everything. And I got to tell you, thank you to Chat GPT, because it helped me write the macro for that, and I'm very happily using that right now to kind of categorize my expenses, my sales. I'm able to see what selling better than others, looking at that kind of thing. And now I'm not saying that everyone has the means or the ability to maybe do that. I was thinking about maybe after I get this thing going, I can maybe send whoever's interested in maybe sending you guys a file or something. I don't know how I would actually do that, because it has macros. I know a lot of people don't like to have that stuff on their
well, if it's already done, then and all they have to do is plug in the numbers, then
yeah, just plug in the numbers, and there's multiple ways to do it. You can keep your inventory that way, and it doesn't cost you a thing. I mean, I'm not gonna charge you guys stuff, but I don't know if I want to do that, because again, it has macros on it, and I don't want to feel like I'm responsible for something that can happen to your computer because a macro.
You could generate a general.
No, you can't. Not the way I have it, because you put like, did it sell? Yes, and it moves it to the sold tab, and it does all the moving for you. It takes the data from other sheets and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I can go in there and really get an idea of what I'm paying, get an idea of how many listings are getting, promoted listings charged and what's not. I mean, you can do that right now, but the thing is, you have to go in, and there's no way to port the data over to this spreadsheet. That's the difference between a spreadsheet and one of these sites. It just ports the data for you. You actually have to spend time typing in the data. And for me, I'm good with that. I can just kind of sit here and veg for a couple hours and get the data. Maybe you sold 5 items in a day. Maybe that's your last thing you do is you input the information and you just keep that as part of your routine. And it's not a chore. Leonard says yesterday was 815. Today, only 300 so far. You're going to have your ups and downs. I mean, to me, you guys know my goal has been, I want $500 a day in sales. That's been happening. When I hit $1,000, I'm not going to start thinking, wow, maybe that's the next thing I have to. I mean, yeah, you could work your way up to that, but I'm not going to expect it. If I'm doing the same thing I did when I was getting the $500 days. So it's going to even itself out. You're going to have
just a fluke.
Well, maybe, but you're going to have $500 day. Well, for me, I'm going to have my $500 days. I'm going to have $1,000 days. I'm going to have $100 days, and I can't let it get me down when I get to the lower number days. Rob says, I just found out that items labeled new on Bonanza required a UPC number. Interesting. So if I port over the information, because it ports over the information from eBay to Bonanza, and if I don't have a UPC number in that eBay listing that's labeled new, then does it port over? Because I seem to have my listings there. Dixie Flipper says, hi, John and Jenna. I enjoyed the video about the liquidation palette. Too bad that the Ninja blender didn't have the right lid. And I believe it was Leonard. If it wasn't, I apologize. Sent me a thing saying, hey, I'll send you a lid. I got an extra lid. I'm like, I hate to see you do that. Go ahead and sell it. Because here's the thing. With those, like I told you in the first video when I was unboxing it, if there's a problem, I can always just part it out and probably make more money. So if that thing doesn't sell this weekend the way it is, I'm just going to part it out, sell the glass blender pitcher with the blades, the smaller little dealios that attach with the blades, and then the base. And I think right now I'm trying to get $49 plus shipping for the whole set. I know I can get that much plus shipping for 3 different listings, so it's not that big of a deal. Midwest Picker says eBay's so dead for me despite listing. So I know that when we think of sales, we think of listing, right? We think, here's what we got to do. We got to list. And the set it and forget it model is not working, guys. Do you have a store? Do you have a coupon? Do you have a markdown sale that you launch every 2 weeks? Maybe just 10% off, right? I have it set up to where every time I list a new item, it gets added to that markdown sale. How's your titles? How's your item description? Pictures. Some people don't even, are you doing the 40-yard dash when you're taking a photo of the item? Do you have a generic template for your item description? Because see, here's the thing. The algorithm's looking for other words that you can't fit in your title, and it's looking in your item description for those other words that a buyer could be using in search when they're searching for your item. And, make sure that you're using positive keywords that describe that item, and don't just let it default at whatever eBay puts in there or some generic, like, here's our business policies and all that. Tommy says, John must have joined a Patreon for sales increases. You know what? I don't know what it is other than the changes that I've made. And I'm not the only one that said this. Get out of your comfort zone. I think that resonates with me. I think it really, really resonates with me that you really have to get uncomfortable in this business. And you know what? It's not just eBay. It's life. I think some of us could actually do better no matter what we're dealing with if we just thought about, it may not be easy to do it this way, but I'm going to do it this way and maybe learn something from it. So maybe next time, I think a lot of us just wanted eBay to be easy and we're not willing to put in the extra work. And I'm willing to bet that some of you out there could benefit from what I'm saying right now. No One Design 2 says, if there's a video game called eBay, I would be interested to play it. Yeah, but I think there's simulations like that out there. I don't necessarily think it's eBay, but there's like, Farm Tycoon. Who the hell wants to go farming and milking a cow? I certainly don't. But they have video games for it. And, but you wake up in the morning and who says, you know what, I really, really just Gosh, I know you guys want to go to the movies later today, but I'd rather stay home and list. Who does that? Nobody does that. But we have to allow ourselves to be uncomfortable and do the things we don't want to do. Marco's in the house. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Rosie
You
Games.
are so behind.
I know. Hi, John and Jenna. Happy Friday. Tommy says Roman's Irish. Maybe a little Irish. Raul says hello all. Woody Hayes says nobody wearing green for luck. Got a little funky green here, funky green there.
You can't really tell the color's really off because of all the colors in the room, but we do have some green on.
I'm going to try to skip a little bit.
Plus, Irish runs through my veins. So,
Woody's Comic Chest. Hello, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Let's see. Kina After Dark Romance Show. Yeah. As far as a slow sales question, misery loves company, or should I say conspiracy loves company. Everyone's inventory, stores, and work habits are different. Rule 1, list. Rule 2, list better. Rule 3, do not ignore the listings that you've done that haven't sold. Either adjust the price, maybe swap a photo, maybe you have a better photo in there that you're not using as your main photo. Something you can change, right? Check the comps. Maybe the market's changed on the item that you're trying to sell. Be willing to go lower than you thought you can get for it, right? I think a lot of us set it, forget it, don't realize, wow, I'm like 10 bucks over market. Had I just lowered the price, I'd be better off. So love that advice, but do not ignore the listings that you've made. Biff Boffo says Resell Rabbit gets good liquidation, but his model involves major volume buying in person and a storefront. Yeah. Having that little, I think he's in Minnesota, but he has that little weekly fill a bag thing at his warehouse, that type of thing. Carol C, John in a soapbox? No. What are you talking about?
Never.
Tommy says John had reseller math, forgot the fees, offers, etc., just doubled up. Yeah, on that pallet thing, again, you got to think about the fees. So, I mean, you're looking at if you're promoting properly, you're every bit of 20%. Of course, I didn't add calculate shipping, but that's what the buyer's paying extra. So really, you got to really be 3x in your money. The more you can get, that's why it's so important to source as low as you can, because it gives you a chance to offset what eBay keeps trying to do to us. And whoever can actually win that battle at sourcing is going to have a better time getting a better return on their money. Susan K says, thank you for your videos. I've only been reselling a year. Your videos have been so valuable to me. Thank you, Susan. Appreciate that. That kind of thing keeps me going. No One Design, I guess, wants to call me the auction lecturer.
I think you might be talking about Roman.
Oh, okay.
Because he had other.
Okay. Fisher Flip says, I have to tell you, I'm only a clothing seller, but find your topics to be helpful. You're one of the 3 channels that I only watch. Well, thank you, Fisher Flips. That's cool. I have a bag of clothing behind me. It's not that I don't want to get to it. It's just that I've been so busy with the other good stuff out here. And so today, normally when I make my trip across town to get my liquidation, I stop at the bins. But I ain't stopping in the bins anymore until I get this stuff listed first, because I'm not going to create a death pile because I just don't have time to get to it. So clothing, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a saturated market, but you just got to be dealing in high volume, I think, to make that work. Woody says, I believe we can all learn from each other. Your ideas, the family's ideas all come together in a good way. Keep on keeping on. Yes, I agree. Andy's in the house. Thanks for being here, Andy. Backpack Treasures, yard sales could lead to contacts for inventory. Just look at Shed Flips, and they had a guy for a while that got continuous inventory from. Yeah, he's the channel I was talking about who's having really good sales over the last week. Again, I like the method that our buddy Mike Camparelli, he's got a business card that he's had made. It has eBay on it, but
I have it.
I have it.
I made one, but
I'm not going to dox him by showing you the card, but he gives out people this card. So he goes to a yard sale he likes. Maybe he's bought, whatever he's buying. And, you got to test the motivation of the seller. The seller's like, look, we're moving, right? Boom. Here's my card. If you can't sell it, call me. We'll see what I can do, right? Maybe take it off your hands at a price. There are people that'll take that. There's others that'll be like, well, I'll just sell it next week. But you got to gauge your at the yard sale who you're dealing with And to have that, we got to get those business cards made because I want to get that done.
I have them made. I just haven't printed them.
Gregory Glover says, second week of selling full time, finally retired from the 9 to 5 over 50 years. Well, that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Now you said the magic word retirement. So you got that income coming in, right? That guaranteed money. And it's not as stressful when you have a bad week. Yeah. Tommy says, I use that same scale from Sam's. It's great for the price.
Yeah.
Yes. And, my thing was, look, I could make an extra 40, 80 bucks for it. And at the end of the day, okay, it's 40 bucks per scale plus shipping, whatever it is. But I know that there's people out there that can actually really use it. And, we're here to help each other as sellers, and just my small way of kind of giving back to you guys for being so great to us. And we're going to get to that here in about 15 minutes.
Speaking of, hold on.
Yeah.
Mike Camparelli. You're an angel. You made me cry again. Thank you for the flowers. They're absolutely beautiful. Funny story. I'm taking a nap because I don't feel good. Still trying to get through this. And, got a little bit of lingering, depression type thing going on because of what happened. So I'm laying in bed, the doorbell rings, and it's later. So I'm thinking, how is that the mailman? He answers the door and he starts laughing, and he's like, oh my goodness. And he's like, wait, like he was confused.
I was like, why is some guy named Mike sending my wife flowers?
He comes in the bedroom and he's like, he obviously he now has read the card after he's walked from the condolences front door. And it's condolences. And it's a beautiful arrangement, flower arrangement, pink and white, roses and carnations and so forth. But it made me obviously cry again. The generosity of this man is something we've never known. And it's absolutely the best thing when you know that somebody cares so much for somebody that they barely know. And it absolutely just, it made my day, because I've been having a rough week, and that made my day, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. So
thank you, Mike.
Yeah. So thank you. That was really cool. Forgot about that. Not that,
Sorry.
I'm glad you shared that though, because it's worth mentioning.
It is.
We got Diane Propson says, talking about a scale. I started lowering a package to the scale the other day, and it started weighing before I set the box down.
Yeah, multiple times. Does that too.
I have a scale that's much like this one, not the same brand, but it's one of those cheap ones you buy on Amazon, that kind of thing. I think I paid like $30 for it. And I set a package down too hard on the scale, and it totally threw it out of whack. I mean, you turn it off and turn it back on, but it kept giving me, like, I'd put a package on the scale and it would be like, ooh, 10, 12, 15, 8. And I'm like, and I'm not touching it. I'm like, all right, time for a new scale. So I bought a new scale a couple weeks ago. These, I think, go up to 110 pounds, by the way. So that should help most of you guys out there. Noah Design says, damn, I'm so poor and in need of a new scale. I'm just struggling with the 4 I have. You no longer are qualified to win. Marco says, I could use one. Just started my eBay business, and Jenna and I use my bathroom scale. And Jenna, I use my bathroom scale.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So here's the thing.
That's funny.
Bearded poke tubers have been using a Target kitchen scale for the last 2 years. So I want to know, and this is kind of where the first one begins, but I want to know, you answer this question for me. How are you currently weighing your packages, if at all? I want to know in the chat. Now,
starting now.
It's
go ahead.
It's after 49 minutes after the hour. We're going to start looking at it, and I'm going to determine where the first scale goes. Now, the second scale is going to be done a little differently. So hang in there. We're going to do that here probably in about 15-20 minutes. We're going to start that one. And I'm going to try to catch up to get there, by the way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mark says, yes, it's St. Patrick's. We're all little leprechauns on eBay looking for that pot of gold. Good luck to everyone, and hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button, guys. I'd appreciate it. Zen Kitty Unboxed. Having too small scale makes it difficult as the box can cover the scale reading. So I can see why that particular scale you showed can come in handy. Yeah, you just have it like on this scale I have in here. I have the display on like the top part of the desk, and then like the scale portion I have on the other side of my second monitor. And then I just put the package there. It doesn't impede me from being able to see the weight.
Yeah, like I have a scale that sits at my desk, and it's like that the one that you're talking about where you put the box on it and you can't even read it. You have to move and finagle, and it's a pain in the neck. But these ones are really nice. We like the fact that you can see the screen without having to move the box.
So Ping uses a kitchen scale as well. Like if you want to be in the drawing for this, or in the running, it's not a drawing. It's in the running for the scale. Anything that's submitted after 49 minutes after the hour, we're going to be considering. Mom Knows Treasures. How much are the Girl Scout cookies nowadays? I avoided them yesterday. I think they're $5 or $6 a box.
Are they? Are you sure?
I think so.
Are you sure? Because for some reason, $8 a box seems like it rings more.
No, because I remember we were at the Genesis and the Genesis golf tournament at Pacific Palisades, and we were walking through this nice neighborhood, and right at the front gate, there's like this family had their Girl Scout cookies, and I think a friend of mine gave the girl $10 and said, "I don't need the cookies, just take the money." And I think her sign said they're like $6. So I might be wrong on that, but that's what they were selling them for. Art says, how much would it have cost to ship to you if you had to pay for shipping? That pallet, I think the pallet would have been a couple $100 plus. Now that's just the actual freight. That's a guesstimate because it wasn't the biggest of pallets. They were going to charge me, most companies will charge you $75 for the lift gate and another $75 for a residential fee. So as you can see, it adds up there. You want to pick up something like that if you can.
Yeah, and thankfully they're out in Southern California, so we would make a trip to go see our kids and pick it up then.
Bonanza, how's it going? Is it beneficial for your business? It's just, it took 10 minutes to set up.
It's a waste of time.
Well, it takes 30 seconds to look for sales, and I've had 3 sales in the last this year. So I guess. And if you don't want to get a sale in the next 24 hours, John will send you applications for the Piggly Wiggly. What is a Piggly? I know what a Piggly Wiggly is.
Yes, it is. Remember when
we don't have one here.
It's a grocery store.
We don't have one here.
In North Carolina when we went, remember?
Yeah, I know.
It's a grocery store.
Let's see. All American Mac says, I'm with John on the stupid comedies. These are about the only movies I watch and escape from reality. It just some of the older ones.
John doesn't watch much TV, but when there's a good, funny, stupid funny show on, he will stop in his tracks.
But they don't make them the same anymore because it's all kind of PC, and you can't. Some of the stuff that was made 20 years ago, like a lot of the Austin Powers, the Something About Mary, those movies you can't put in the theaters today because it gets shot down. Morty the One says, got an email yesterday saying that Mercari will start charging fees on shipping paid as well as cost. Wow. That's, not a surprise, but at the same time, it's disappointing.
Yeah.
Jan's in the house from Deltona, Florida. Bill Jacobs says, hi, kids. Thank you for your live chat. I agree with you in watching several eBay forums. I've been selling on eBay for 25 years, and I continue to learn from the channels I watch. Yes.
That's cool.
Relax and resell. I'm about 20 minutes behind watching the beginning, but I wanted to check in. Well, chances are you've caught up to pass me up by now. Tommy says, wait, you mean what you sell matters? I can't just list thousands of obscure items on eBay and magically make people want them. Unfortunately, no.
Not the way it works.
And I've learned along the way. One time last year, I was thinking, maybe I'll just list as much as I can. And no, that's not the way to go. I mean, find good stuff to sell. And that's subjective. I mean, look, I'm talking about weird, random stuff. How about anybody know what a durable washing machine flange shaft assembly is? I'm buying that. Oops. Got a sale.
I heard a cha-ching. Hey, why is my... Oh, I can't hear.
I sold a DiMarino Nitro Plus Alloy Fast Pitch Softball bat. How about a Bro-On Newtone Energy Star Certified Bath Fan? How about a Carex Daylight Sky Bright Therapy Lamp? Okay. How about a desk cycle under the desk?
I'm sure everybody.
A ULV fogger backpack sprayer. These are just randomness, right? But people have a use for them. People are looking for these kind of items. And if I can pick these things up for pennies on the dollar.
Doggy wheelchairs.
Oh, yeah, we love those.
We get those a lot.
We love the doggy wheelchair. I love helping a doggy out like that.
I think our dog might need one.
Golf cart covers. So just random stuff, right? Things like, what the hell is this for? You have to look it up just to see what it was, what it is, and then go, okay, well, it's selling on eBay. I guess I'll buy it. So there's stuff out there, guys. And it doesn't have to be iPads and iPhones either. Mom Knows Treasures. Do you pay for a second store? Or is it just a regular eBay account? I pay the $21.95 for the 1,000 item store on that. All American Max is my store. Usually has around 550 items. Have around $100 days, but I also don't have many high dollar items. When I get a $200 day, it calls for a celebration. Mm-hmm. But
yesterday, he was making all kinds of jokes because once again I was laying down because I wasn't feeling well. He comes in because I had asked him earlier, do you want me to make some tacos? And so I pulled out.
That's the night we're doing taco
night. I pulled out the hamburger, the meat and everything, and he comes in and he goes, "We can't afford to eat tonight." And I was like, "What?" And he's
just my stupid personality.
He goes, "You still gonna make the tacos, or you want me to order something?" And I said, "Can you just order something?" I said, I don't feel well. And he goes, we can't afford to eat tonight." And I said, "What?"
No, so I did the Uber Eats thing, and we got some food.
I was delivered. Very confused.
Yeah,
and that's when
she was half dead asleep, so it's easier to do that when she's half dead asleep. Citizen says eBay search is a joke right now. If you have a good amount of inventory, apply to be a reseller on Whatnot. Sell on Posh, Etsy. Be productive, not reactive, or proactive, not reactive. Yeah, I mean. Yeah. It's a good idea to get your eggs out of all your eggs out of the eBay basket and distribute them other places. Use I don't care what tool you use. You can use the Prime Lister tool down below to give that a 2-week trial. But get your items in front of other people. And we get Poshmark sales all the time. We get sales on Mercari for whatever reason, not as much.
No, I think it's just because it's another one of those algorithm things.
I'm not doing
the cross listing every single day, which that's my bad. So
Prosser says, "Hey, I guess you guys starting an hour earlier these days." No, we had daylight savings time.
Yeah, believe me, it is really royally messed me up.
So it's we're at the right time for us, but I guess if you're not celebrating daylight savings, if you're in the UK,
celebrating.
I guess I'm happy for it. Yeah, to get an hour later of darkness, I like that. More golf time when I get.
It's really messed with me. I'm having to rearrange my whole day.
Tommy says that, you have time to change in a couple weeks, right, Prosser? So maybe you have a time change later. Westlake Market says I got a claim check from UPS a few weeks ago. Yeah, but it just even eBay didn't know how the process worked.
Yeah.
Silver Hair Stacker, is this the channel where I win 2 shipping scales? You win one of 2, possibly. Yes.
You could win. It's a possibility.
It's like the Publishers Clearinghouse. We're going to have like a camera crew at your house. Bill York's in the house. Tommy says, if sales are bad, it's not eBay, guaranteed. Of course, there's a bad day here and there. But other than that, like MJ said, man in the mirror. Yeah. You got to take look, if you've done truly everything you can, like this other channel was watching, they said, yeah, we list and, we got a lot of extra listings done. We've done everything we can. Well, no, that's all you've done. You haven't. Look at the listings you currently have up. They're still for sale, but they haven't sold. Why is that? Figure it out. It's a pain in the ass to have to go back and do all that, but it's part of being proactive. And someone else is going to sell that item. Your item is going to keep sitting there unless you fix whatever's wrong with it. Process is I've not been focused on eBay properly for a couple weeks, but I'm still getting sales each day. And good product will actually overcome your lack of consistency. Victor Wawiorka says the first 6 characters of the after I1Z is the UPS account number for eBay. But I've done that. I think that's what they told me. But at the end of the day, I still had to go on to UPS. I think I got another sale, by the way. It works says it's the economy, not eBay. Banks are failing and people are running to get their money out this week. Once this initial panic is over, sales will pick up again, unless the banks start to fail. There is an economic side to that. There has been, there still is, but people that were in need of money, say 3 weeks ago, they just got their tax return, that have been eyeing that whatever, they're going to buy it now because they have the money. So now if we're having this conversation in the summer, which I think historically you're going to have a drop off in most categories, then I'd be concerned. But people are still getting their money to buy softball bats. I just sold one. No One Design says, when you start to wear a Stone shirt, we'll compliment Jenna's shirt. Deal. Yeah. I'm not a Rolling Stones fan. I doubt there's many people can guess what I listen to.
You would never guess.
You would never guess.
Never.
Biff says, I keep all my accounting in Excel, can crunch data whenever I want. And it's motivating to do that too.
He's good at it. I hate Excel.
Jordan says, yes, people are getting tax returns, but it's going on food, gas, and other necessities. Go into any retail location selling any product. You can tell something isn't right. Strange times. That's why I've been saying for the longest time. And I think even Shed Flips, I'll mention them because it's a positive thing. They were saying that, maybe it's the need versus want thing. So they were echoing that too. And they're saying, well, maybe this is something that someone needed. And I think there's a lot to that.
Yeah, there's a lot of items that we get from our new sourcing methods that they are not necessarily wants. They look more they're more on the side of need, and they're just trying to get a great deal on it rather than buying it from, say, a manufacturer or a retail store. So we're seeing it too.
Eddie's in the house. I didn't get to answer your question last video. I had to leave early. I start auctions at $4.91 plus shipping, plus $1 handling fee. Auctions end with one bid often. So this is a way I can make a few bucks at $1.91 cost. So there you go. You could do that much the same way that somebody from, let's say, does it on Whatnot, and you're just moving inventory that way. If you have something that is appealing enough for them to make that first bid. Mark says, we could tell you're feeling better. You are looking great. That stranger accepted a few offers that I said I get paid right away, and I did.
Wait,
maybe it's starting to work. Maybe I got lucky with good customers. Mark said, you look great today. You don't look as ill as before.
Oh, thank you.
Tommy says, you'll get bombed with questions over sheets. I know people who have done them and regretted it instantly. Viewers think you are their beck and call. Yeah,
that's true.
And that's the thing, guys. I mean, there's a lot of tools out there. It took me time to make, but I certainly don't want to be tech support. That's for sure.
Leonard says you listen to old country. No.
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 Oh, no. I mean, if I've gone to we went to that concert.
I love country
George
music.
Jones.
I am a country girl at heart, and he does not like it.
Silver Hair Stacker, sales are steady for me. Problem is inflation and shipping increase, so I'm going backwards with the same amount of sales. Tommy says, John, eBay search does not search description unless the buyer can find the advanced search to search description. I'll have to find it where item description is looked at with keywords. That's why they say to put. I'll find the reference, but that's from eBay, not some Yahoo like me just claiming that's what it is. But item description does have an importance in the overall ranking of your item. And I don't, who am I? I'm just some guy, but I like to learn a lot from the source, and that's what they're saying. So I'll find the video. I'm going to make a video on that here pretty soon. I've been thinking about that, and I'll make sure to put a clip in there so it kind of validates what I'm saying a little bit. Tommy says 99% of all customers will never find a way to search descriptions. Mm-hmm. eBay avoids keyword stuffing this way, unlike Poshmark and Mercari. Yet, when I ask Chat GPT, even the newest version, to write me an optimized item description, they put in one little bullet that will say keywords used to stuff the listing, but I avoid putting that in there because I know it's spamming. So we're going to kind of get over to the 49 after the hour and try to move on from there and to see some of these scales that you guys have. But the second part of the giveaway, we're going to go ahead and start as of 4:05 Pacific, 7:05 Eastern. I want you guys that want to be in to the drawing for the scale, put in a number between 1 and 200. Okay. I've got a random number generator, and the first person who puts that number in that's subscribed will, once I run the number, will win that scale.
On the screen.
I don't know if there's a way I can show it on the screen. Yeah, you guys just gonna have to trust me.
Here, present.
I don't know if I can present. Hold on, let me get
close that down and then
hold on.
Your thing's over there.
No, it's right here. Hold on. Let me just move this, guys. I apologize.
Okay, I told him to have this ready before.
Yeah, we were scrambling around, but I don't know if it'll let me present anything. Let's see.
Share screen, and then you choose the screen.
Yeah, this is randomness.
Right there. Choose that.
Oh, okay.
And then share.
Share. Okay.
And then
so you guys see that, right? I hope you guys see that.
Yeah, they can see it.
Okay. So, okay.
There it is.
Cool.
Okay.
So I'll turn that off for now. Whoops.
Go back to here.
Okay. See, Jenna's running the show. She's behind the scenes. So at some point, and I'll make it a larger screen. That's not the right one.
No, you can't do that on it. Doesn't,
okay. So
it doesn't mirror what you're doing.
Jenna's a pro. She's like done this before.
Okay. So had a little bit of experience.
So when I go to that, we're going to do a random generator between 1 and 200, as you can see. And I'm just going to let it go. And whoever has that number first in the chat.
Not that one yet.
No, we're not doing that. We are.
Okay.
But I'm saying at the end of the program, we're going to give that away based on the random number generator, and we're going to find who that was. So I'll put you in charge once we get that number to find out who that is.
And you said between
1 and 200.
Between 1 and 200. If you're above 201 and up, you're out.
You're gonna smack me in the face.
Sorry.
But you got to be the first one to choose that number, and you can only choose one number once. If you've chosen multiple numbers, you're going to be DQ'd. So go in and delete your comment if you've chosen more than one number.
Yeah, and I have the comments right here.
So. Let's see. Go to some of these things here. I want to see some of your scales. Picky Ricky says,
"No one design. If you don't get your act together, you're not going to get a scale."
Well, he's already out. Remember that.
Yeah. I know.
Picky Ricky says, "I'm using a red digital scale up to 5 kilograms only, though. If I get an error, I know it's over 5 kilograms."
Oh.
Okay. So that's Leonard says, "I have 3 to 4 scales. I'm all set." Okay. Ping uses a food scale. So it's like one of those little food scales.
Somebody else was using a food scale.
Okay. PTS Treasure says, "I have a scale we purchased from Amazon. We started reselling in November. That stranger has a good scale. I don't need the scale. Count me out. Thank you for your honesty. Thanks for being here and hanging out with us, though." Marco Carpio, "I weigh myself first, and then I hold the package."
Oh, that must be the person.
Well, I don't know. We've had some emails, but so that's okay. That's Marco. Okay. Fisher says, "I use a tiny scale and I have to move it from room to room, from listing to shipping."
Oh,
yeah. I don't like using those small scales like that. Yeah. I've done that before. Diane Propson says, "I'm still using a scale that was mysteriously weighing before the box was set it on, hoping for the best."
Yeah.
Woody has a defective Dymo, but hey, you could get a generic brand. Kina is an old broken scale from Goodwill that only goes up to 5 pounds in guess.
Oh.
Most of your items are going to be under 5, though.
Well, maybe not for her.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you sell a lot of the stuff I'm selling, you're going to have a problem and you don't have the. Kathy says, "Use 10-pound scale I bought in 2002." Wow.
Oh my.
Is that a dial or is that a digital scale? They have digital
dial.
Like the ones that we remember you set on the stand on the scale and.
Wow.
I swear, if I was to design a scale, if it goes over a certain weight, I want it to have like a sound effect that goes, "Whoa," or "Wow," like
or "Holy."
That's a huge. But that's just me, right? Kathy says, I weigh my packages on a scale. It's a replacement for one that wasn't accurate, but it's a pain because the hold button doesn't always work. Yeah, the hold button, with these, you don't really need a hold button. You can see where it's at.
You can see where it's, see it, and then
Mark uses his bathroom scale. I think it's Mark that sent him that message.
Poor Mark.
Maya Kayama says, my postal scale is almost 10 years old, and the on-off button is cracked and difficult to press. That's what I use. Wow. Electrical kitchen scale. Semper Fi says, I weigh mine on a small scale bought with my labeler. Scale works, labeler not so much. Craig says, I weigh mine using the same scale you got in the liquidation pallet video. Oh, okay, that's good. Baubles, Blings, and Needful Things. I have a scale that the right of my computer for some things, larger ones, packing area for definitive weight. Piggy says, count me out. I'm not expecting a scale shipped to the other side of the world. Emporium says, Accutech scale from Amazon, model W. I'm not sure the current price, but relatively inexpensive. Holds a lot of weight. Jennifer's, my scale just died. I have a large scale for big packages. My dead scale for small packages was a food scale. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you guys this opportunity. Going back, who did we have? We started at
49.
It was at 49, right? Okay, sorry guys. This is what we're going to do. We're going to have these 4 participate in this part of the drawing. It's going to be, I need you to look at this when they get there here. Marco Carpio. Fisher Flips.
Take her thing off.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing there. I'll do that in a minute. I don't want to lose my place. Okay. So Marco Carpio, Fisher Flips, Kina.
What are you doing?
I'm just, those of you I'm calling out, listen up. Diane Propson. Kathy Hayward, Mark Suddick, and Semper Fi. I want you and Art Betzold, okay? Oh, and the last one, Jennifer V. I think there's more than 5. I'm sorry, I whittled it down. So I want you to give me a number between 1 and 50. And right now it's 4:13 my time. I want you to put that in, and we're gonna do and I want you to give you a couple minutes to do that. And then once we're done, I mean, I'm not going to count that number towards the other drawing. You already put your number in, then it is what it is. But so we got Kina, No One Design, Diana Propson, Art Beckhold, Mario Carpio, Semper Fi, and I think No One Design. You're out.
He's been out. He's just Mark convoluting the chat.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Does it look like we have everyone? I think Jennifer V. will give her a couple seconds to put in her number. Okay, she has it. Okay. 17. Okay, so go back. So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead for the first scale. We're going to do this right now. Okay, random number generator. And I'm trying to get this so you guys can see it better. I don't know why it's not blowing up like I'd like it.
You don't need, it won't do that, honey.
Won't do that on that scale?
No.
Okay, so here we go. And the winner is 40. You guys see the number 40 there?
I don't know what.
Who's closer to 40? Wait, go back up here. Sorry, guys. We've got Fisher Flips is 19, Jennifer V 17, Marco 29. Art Betzold 25, Diane 6.
Mark 31.
31, Mark Suddick.
Yeah.
Looks like Mark is the winner.
Hold on. Wait, Bob.
We didn't call Bob.
Oh.
That would qualify for the other one. So it looks like Mark Suddick is going to win the first scale because no, I apologize. Sorry, Mark. Keena had 34. Keena had 34. Okay. So Keena is the winner of the first scale.
Mark 31.
31. Okay. Yeah. So Keena wins the first scale because she's closest to 40. And you're going to need to send me an email and I'll put in the chat here, flippin' ain't easy 2020 at gmail.com. So to me, I took the most compelling scale stories to me and put them in the drawing. And like if you had an okay scale, I wanted the ones that were really kind of struggling with their scale to at least have a extra chance at getting this scale.
Congratulations, Keena.
So we do have another scale that we're giving away. Okay. Those who need it, who've put their information in the chat, I'm going to change this back to 1 and 200 again. And in a little bit, we're going to run that before we're done, but I don't think we're done yet. So yeah, there's still time to get in, but the first person to put that number, and it's going to be different this time. We're not going to be the closest one. We're going to keep running that number until we hit somebody that has chosen that number. Let's see. Tommy says, oops, let me go back to here so we can get back to this. Come on, people. A great scale is like $30. I feel like we're in the free cheese line here. Free cheese used to be really good.
You know
Tommy.
what?
That free cheese
are rough right now, and if you need a scale,
yeah. Look, I'm glad to help. But talking about free, don't dog free cheese. Free cheese, that was some of the best cheese. And I'm not joking here. As a kid, you get that block of cheese that says just like, and it had the brown label on it, and it was government cheese. Those made the best grilled cheese sandwiches. And I'm not just saying that.
Velveeta?
Yeah, it was good stuff though. It was really good. So that's poor boy telling you what we used to get. So
we were poor, but we never got government assistance.
Yeah, well, we got that stuff. It was good. I was glad to get that. Let's see. Crazy. Roman says Tommy's scales are on sale at Ross. He got that $30 Ross scale. Ross says luggage scales, Roman. I'm sure we can make them work. Heck, even a fish scale. You can just wait. Oh my God. I would have awarded someone right on the spot if they would have said, I weigh my packages using a fish scale on, the one you like put right through the lips of the fish.
That's terrible.
Uh-oh. Here's Tommy. Tommy. Darn it, Tommy.
Tommy.
I can't get to the bottom of this. Oh, there it is. Okay. I can't afford the extra penny, but grab a block of cheese. I'm going to find me a good block of cheese. Thank you for that super chat.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Yes, as you guys know, No One Design, Tommy, a few folks, they don't qualify for this drawing. They got it too good. But, hey, that's a good thing, right? Let's see.
For Mark, though.
He can still win. Loretta St. John would love to be considered for the shipping scale. I'm new to reselling. Just have a teeny tiny scale. Make sure you get a number that isn't taken. Hopefully you've put your number in there. Anytime Picker Roman says it was cold and rainy in Cleveland today. That groundhog was pulled out for a second time to predict spring. So what happened with that? Was groundhog today? I don't know about that. Maybe. I'd like to know what happened. Jennifer V says, heavy metal?
No.
Nope. No headbanging for me.
Somebody else said something else. But
John is definitely 90s hip hop. Let me tell you, I started out as a teenager. I have some kind of vibes from hip hop, but I evolved as I went through high school. Me and my buddy Bernard.
John listens to Druid music. What is Druid?
Where's that at?
Picky Ricky.
Druid music. Well, that's definitely a no. I don't know what that is.
I don't even know what that.
But yeah, it was one of those things where my high school best friend Bernard grew up like as a kid listening to heavy metal, but as he hung out with me, he started listening to what I was listening to. I've never stopped.
Jennifer says classical.
If you're banking on selling to people that have to wait for tax returns or paychecks, just forget it. Target buyers with money all the time or needs. You're right. You never know when someone's going to need that bathroom fan replaced because it sounds like a roulette machine. Let's see here. If we got any.
I love these.
What is 5-finger death punch?
Isn't it a band?
I don't know.
I
mean, I may look like I've gone through a 5-finger death
Jenna
punch.
Brooks
but
and Dunn, Blake, Hank, George Strait, Connie Conway, Like Country.
That's Jenna's
I listen to all of that and the new. Yeah. Morgan Wallen right now is my fave.
We've got a lot of numbers
Brown
in here.
Brown is my fave.
Let you guys keep guessing as to what it is, but
I also listen to a lot of other. Woody Hayes says gangster rap. I listen to gangster rap. That's what I grew up on.
I remember some gangster rap, like some Dr. Dre and all that.
My stepdad is a huge gangster rap.
What? Mm-hmm. Dave?
Yes. Haven't you ever, when we're at the parties and they turn that, Megan and Lindsay turn it on, and oh my God, he used to have an old truck, like a 1970 something truck, and he would come home from work and he would be just speakers blazing across the whole. We lived on property, so we lived bunch of land, and he would come down the road on our dirt road, and it's gangster rap just going to town. It is hysterical.
Art, you're wrong, but it's not a bad.
I listen to gospel. Fisher's Flips knows it.
That's right.
You got it.
Now, I love my 90s R&B, but I still have, I like a lot of independent artists and stuff, but yeah, R&B is kind of my thing, and it has to be like certain kind. It has to have just a good mesh of everything. It starts getting hip hoppy. I mean, yeah, it depends on what it is, but no, it has to have a lot of real just feel to it. Love it. I'll get out there, and you can just imagine now I'm sitting out there working in the garage, and I got that music.
Yes, J-Dub. Bumping.
It's awesome. I love it. I love it. I mean, I just don't like it. I love it. And it's a passion of mine. And I'll actually, there's some independent artists that I follow, like it's like total fans of, and you'd be like, who the hell is this guy? But I just love it. Love the music. Let's see. I know I'm jumping around here, but we're getting close to the drawing anyway. Process, I picked a number, but if mine comes up, go ahead and give it to the next person. Okay. But we're going to have to kind of sort through this funniness here in a minute. Hopefully, I think we're probably close to giving it away. Amazon seller says the best cheese I've ever had came from the Beverly Hills Cheese Shop. 6-year aged white cheddar literally turns to flakes when you cut it. It's amazing. Sounds good. Add a little cracker action to that. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and do the giveaway. You can see here. No, you can't see yet because I got to switch it over. So maybe that's a good one. No.
Really? Right over my face?
Maybe. Which one looks better? Okay, I'll just do that one. Okay, I'll get rid of that comment. And then we're going to go ahead. Now, again, if there's a tie, you pick the number that someone else picked. It's going to be based on the one that was picked, the number that was picked first. So hopefully you guys have some different numbers. Here we go, guys. You ready? 101.
101.
101. Who has 101? Okay, I'll let Jenna sort that out while I read some comments.
Hold on. Am I going through the whole thing?
So you hung out with Jodeci, huh? Fisher Flips hang out with Jodeci. I went to the Jodeci. It was back in the 90s. Jodeci, MC Hammer, Boys the Men concert at the Great Western Forum. And oh yeah, I can have some Jodeci on repeat. Trust me. Don't get me started with Jodeci. I might go out and play some Jodeci here. And yeah, that was some good stuff. Some Jodeci. I mean, we're talking 90s R&B. Yeah, you have some Troop. Love Troop. Johnny Gill. Of course, you got to do New Edition. Boys the Men, always up there. I went to the review out here. Boys the Men are actually in town doing their thing at the Mirage. And I just love it, man. It just, when music gives you goosebumps, there's just something to it. So Jenna's still looking at it. Yeah, Jennifer is really guessing though. Bee Gees classical.
I know,
alternative.
They were all doing
wow.
it. Yeah.
Grunge, Oingo Boingo. I've heard of Jimmy Allen, but I I think he's country, right? I know Jimmy Allen's a bowler, used to be. Jenna was an around the way girl.
Yes, I was.
Let's see. Yeah, I want to know about that story about Jodeci when you hung out with Jodeci. So they became JoJo and Casey later on after the group moved on. They had some good stuff, like Boys the Men. Boys the Men. Yeah, they are the.
Brian, did you say that before we did the thing? See, I can't see timestamps on here.
Well, I know we did it like a couple minutes ago. What time does it?
I can't see a time.
Okay, I can see it here. What?
What's happening?
You said Brian? He did his at 4:23. I think that's like, I can't count that because we did it before 4:23. We're gonna keep drawing if we don't get the number though.
Yeah, we didn't get the number.
We didn't get 101. We're gonna do it again. But here's the good news. 101 comes up again.
Oh, wait, hold on. Bobbles and Bling says I had 101, Jenna.
Did she?
Okay, hold on. Let me go.
Okay, so
hold on.
Let her sort that out, and we'll figure it out. We'll find the true winner here. Jenna's looking through the comments, and I'll go and verify it here in a second. So, looking forward to a good sales weekend. Ultimately, I mean, I can't think that I'm gonna, have another $1,000 day. That's not realistic. But you got to think of it like this.
I can only go
I gotta replenish my stock, and if something sells a day, I can't sell it tomorrow, right? So, who was it again?
Bobbles and Blings.
Okay, so let's see here. Bobbles and Blings, congrats. Sorry, guys. Just want to see who's winning. If someone wins, then they'll win. Otherwise, we're going to draw again. Here's a lot of numbers. What time did she put this in? Did she hit 101? Here it is. Here it is. Yep. So Bobbles, Blings, and Needful Things.
Thank you for pointing it out to me.
And that was anyways, even if the other person, even if the other person actually had it at 4:23, Bobbles, Blings, and Needful Things put hers in at 4:07, and that's the tiebreaker.
Congratulations!
So, awesome! Congratulations to you. And like I said, you have my email. Flipping ain't easy. 2020@gmail.com.
Do you have a brain fart?
No. Flipping ain't easy. 2020@gmail.com. And give me the information, your mailing address, and I'll get it out to you on Monday.
Lisa's another Roman bot. No way.
Yes, congratulations. So yeah, thank you. We're just glad to do it. You guys are really awesome people. You guys come in here. Bobbles, Blings, and Needful Things.
She's here
all the time. And you guys come here and you hang out with us, put up with us sometimes. Sometimes we're out of line. Sometimes we just
I cry.
We're just real people. We're not here to put on a fake show. This is just what we're dealing with. Hopefully
Roman says Lisa will send it to me.
She's gonna put it in the bin when you're not looking.
Yeah. That's funny.
Craig Winans, his current favorite is Tom McDonald. I don't know who that is.
Tom McDonald is you do know who it is.
It's
who Tommy always
okay.
Plays.
Our son-in-law.
Yes.
Not Tommy Bernard.
He is the
okay. It's okay. I think I know who you're talking about. No, guys, I get down to some. I'll tell you some artists.
I like everything, and what's funny is so going back to I'm planning the celebration of life for my cousin, and we've had a lot of RSVPs, And last night, somebody reached out to me, one of my cousin's friends, stating that he's a DJ. And if we would like, he will donate his time. We don't have to pay him. He'll do it because he's going to be there anyway. And he said, I would love to DJ because that we all know that Stacy, which is my cousin, she loved music and she loved a good party. And so I reached out to her brother and I said, hey, what about a DJ? And he's like, I'm okay with it. Just make sure it's okay with everybody else, blah, blah. So I did. And so I reached back out to him and I said, hey, we would love for you to be a DJ at this celebration of life for our cousin. And he was thrilled. And he's like, that's great. He's all, I went to a bunch of concerts with her. This is right up. This is exactly what she wanted. And I'm like, that's exactly what she would want. Because when we get together and we have parties, whether it's birthdays, celebrations of any kind, it's loud, it's obnoxious, it's lots of music ranging from one end of the venue to another. It's a good time. So you know, we're gonna have a whole lot of gangster rap going on.
We just lost 20 viewers while you're talking about that, by the way. So
okay, anyway.
But you know, just to give you guys, anybody out there like R&B music, I listen to independent artists more than anything else. I mean, you got your Ushers and all that stuff, but Justin Garner, guy I've been listening to, a guy named Amir, Aamir, and even artists I've been listening to for a while named Somo. These are just independent artists that really haven't hit mainstream. And yeah, so that's just a little tidbit, a nugget about me that maybe you didn't even know. But you know, I think we're kind of like Woody had to run, and Tommy only listens to Dave Matthews Band. I Owe My Life. He made every girlfriend get naked. I couldn't have done it without
wow. God.
Wow, that's right. But you know, I just want to first of all thank you guys for being here with us. They're the 93 that are still here with us. We enjoy every time we come out here and hang out with you. And just want to say, look, I had some good sales this week, but it wasn't by accident. It wasn't because, you know, somehow I have a YouTube channel or I just got lucky. It's because we made the right changes. We made the right changes to our account, and only you know what those right changes are. Take a real deep dive at what you're selling. I think that's the start. Are you really trying to sell that everyone else is selling, and it's really difficult to maybe get leeway because you're just in a saturated market? Maybe open a second store. If you don't want to get rid of the stuff and stop selling the stuff you're selling, open a second store and sell things that are selling, because at the end of the day, either you're doing this for fun or you're trying to make money. If you're doing it for fun, keep doing what makes you happy. But if you're trying to make money, it's about scoreboard and making the necessary changes to get up on the scoreboard, whether it's making 20 listings a day, 5 listings a day, or 200 listings a day. Whatever makes that money is what we're here for. But yet it's just another example, this whole thing on how to make money, another example of how flipping ain't easy.
I don't know where it's at.
And it's above your head. And I want you guys to have an excellent weekend, and we will talk to you here very soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Have a
everyone.
good one.